guys, and welcome back for the final stages of the big submarine we've been building. Well, you've been following all the other ones. It's been a few weeks since I posted any info. Well, the weather's better now, so I can get out and do some other stuff. But hey, we've finally finished it. Well, at least I think I have anyway. We've got all the equipment in there now, and I'll run you through that in a minute. And all we've got to do now is to test it in the water, see whether we've got any leaks. And then the worst bit comes when we've got to do all the ballasting and everything else. Well, that could take some time. But initially, the boat is now completed. We haven't done any weathering yet, so I'm not going to do that until we've done all the shakedown of it and everything else. Then we can come back with a bit of paint and do something else. But yeah, finally all the bits and pieces are in, so I'm going to kind of run you through quickly what we have and what we've done, and it's all in now. We'll show you the stuff inside. Okay, right, just a kind of overview of what we got here. You know, we got the ballast tank here, that's all ready to go, and all these snake tubes here now, they've all been fitted in now. We've got a sort of a bridge piece here now, which allows them to be presented properly to the servos, and we'll just undo that to show you what's inside. Looks a bit of a mess. So many wires, and it's unreal. As you can see now, we've got our tracks here on these sail winch servos, which are about 1.5 turns each, and they turn the rotation motor into a linear movement, which pushes up the periscopes here, and we'll show you what that does in a minute. And we've got our motor in now. I mean, I've had to go down slightly on the size of the motor, but this is a 350 kV motor. It's got masses of power, but of course it's got to turn this enormous prop here, and we won't know really what's going to go on there until we get it in the water. Double coupling. We've got our rotational seal in here as well. Everything else has been crammed in here. You know, our servos. And even our little servo here for the fins on the tower, which we've now got, which are going to work independently of anything else. So and we've got two units in here for leveling. There's an angle unit in there which controls the X fins, and then a standard level that controls the tower fins. Batteries underneath there, a bit difficult to get in and out. There's the solenoid valve for the tank, and then further down there, as we showed you before, is the air pump. So everything else is ready to go. It looks pretty awesome. All we've got to do now is get it in the water. Oh, just one other thing I've been messing around with. I've actually put on here, this little red thing here is in fact a little buoy system that I've designed. So in case it gets lost, this will pop up and show me where it is. Hopefully I never used to do that. It's a very simple system. What it does is it uses this fishing float, because it's very buoyant. This fishing float here, as you can see, which is in there, which is run up to a bit of fishing line on here onto a spool here, which is free running. Okay, and you ask yourself, well, how does that sort of pop up when you're not here as well? What we do, pretty low-tech stuff, is we use some let's see, let me show you what we've got. We use some of this. Not very technical, you may ask yourself, but in fact what it is it's actually icing sugar, and icing sugar dissolves over about 2 hours, in fact, because I've tested it. And what we do is we just, when we want to use it in a lake where we're a bit unsure, we pack that around the outside of that, like that, and then over a period of time that will slowly dissolve, and it takes at least 2 hours for that to dissolve, you know, which is far past the running time you want to use, in which case, you know, you can take it off and put a new piece on there whenever you want to. So it's really easy, really low tech, and I tested it in the tank and it really works. So there you go. Yeah, so yeah, so something as very low tack as a piece of icing sugar can save you a lot of aggro. You know, I mean, I could have had sort of electromagnets or all sorts of things, servos and all the rest of it, but it just doesn't need it. And this kind of works really well. I mean, you don't have to use this device. I won't use it at all, hardly at all. I'll make it so it's solid most of the time, but if I'm using it in some sort of place I'm unsure of, maybe in the first few months of me using it, then I may well use it. But it's a bit of a fail safe, so if it does hit the bottom or something like that, we do know where it is. But I'm not anticipating that because I'm going to ballast this, hopefully, to just below the conning tower, and we'll see how that works. Now, I'll just run you through and show you these periscopes. I think I might have showed you these before. Let's get the controller. Right, so this is 40 meg one, so we'll kind of turn it on. Okay, so let's just show you what the first one does. And there we go, that's our first one. You can see the little man coming up, and when I connect the wires up, the aerial, the radar will actually spin. I'm not sure whether I can actually do that or not now. Let's see whether it does or not. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So the lights are on, the radar's spinning now, and that will all shut off when she goes below the water, because there is a float switch in there, and that will shut that all off when she goes below the water. So that's kind of cool, isn't it? So we can now sort of let that go down, and there she goes. That's that. Beautiful. And the other one is the camera and the snort valve. There you go. And that again works. So we've got to do a little bit of testing on that, but essentially everything kind of works. You can have them all together if you like that. Pretty good. So there we go. Okay, so that's that, and got the propeller working now, so it's a little bit jittery at the moment. But yeah, so everything's kind of ready for test. It's going to be some time before, I think before this is fully operational. So much on it that needs to be tested, and getting into shape. I have no idea what's going to happen. I put a lot of foam in it, and we got a lot of ballast. I'll show you what I've got. As I say, we've got a lot of ballast here, and that's in the form of these divers pellets here. And we've got 3 kilos here, and hopefully we ain't going to need that, but we're going to put those in 3 places like that at this stage, and we're going to see what the situation is when she goes in the tank the first time. So let's hope it's ready to go, and we'll come back and show you the results. So stick around and come back to the next one.